Welcome, Taurus, to your Mercury Retrograde Tarot and Oracle reading for retrograde season. My beautiful Taurus, I hope that you're all doing really well. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury, this reading is going to be for you. So we are going through the retrograde that is taking place from August 22nd, okay, pre-shadow. Then the retrograde starts on September 9th. And from the 9th to the 23rd, Mercury will be retrograde in Libra. And then from the 23rd to October 2nd or 1st, Mercury will be retrograde in Virgo. And then post-shadow ends on the 16th of October. Okay, Taurus? So we're going to go ahead and see what you most need to hear at this time. Very powerful time, you guys. This is a time where things are going to start manifesting and becoming more tangible, especially anything that you either got started around the previous retrograde in Gemini season, okay, or anything that's been up in the air will be resolved. Anything surrounding money, finances, career, you know, health issues, like there's so much, right, taking place for different people. It's going to be different for everyone based on your natal chart, your house placements, but it's the idea of that number 6 in the tarot, right? It's the idea of the fool's journey, you know, reaping some rewards, the harvest. It's time to see your material, you know, rewards. Speaking of, 9 of Cups, beautiful. So I am using my new deck, Light Seers. Thank you for everyone who's been donating to the channel. I'm so happy I was able to get this deck. And for everyone who's been liking the videos and leaving comments and part of the fam, I love you all so much. Your support means the world on the channel. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. And if you're new, welcome. Be sure to hit that bell so that you don't miss out when new videos come out. But let's get back to your reading, Taurus. So beautiful, amazing. I feel like there's a lot of abundance that's coming in for you at this time. Okay, this reading expires on the 16th of October. So whenever you're coming by this reading, just know that it expires on the 16th, okay, of October. It will resonate with you until, you know, that point in time. So lots of freedom, liberation, okay? You're entering a space in your life where you're focusing more on your ability to create, right? To be a creative. I heard entrepreneur for some of you, are a creative being. Maybe you're an artisan, 3 of Pentacles. Maybe you make jewelry, you're a writer, you do YouTube, Instagram, or maybe, you know, you're I heard Uber Eats. Okay, well, this is like an idea of having more time. For some of you, it's being able to do like work in something where you have more time. Okay, this is your time back, time freedom. Okay, for some of you, it's entrepreneurial. So it's like building that business, building that brand. This is something you really want, right? It's finally manifesting, like it's unfolding for you, Taurus. This is something that is going to liberate you. If this is already a career that you've been embarking on, I feel like you'll be able to like take on a new hobby. Let's say, you know, you've been focused on work and career and moving up the corporate ladder. For some of you, this is the idea of like taking up, you know, like art, painting, you know, cooking classes, just doing something more creative and more like aligned with like your talents, your gifts, or your hobbies, right? And it's also the idea of monetizing that, right? It's like, how can you create another income stream or potentially make that your primary income? So it's beautiful because I feel like there's a lot of treasure here for you, right? Okay, the treasure chest. And it's this idea of being very supported by the universe, very supported by the divine. This is all because of the positive light work that you've done, right? The manifestation, the healing of the negative thoughts, you know, integrating the shadow, not allowing the darkness, right, within self to prevent you from consciously co-creating with source, with the universe, and calling in what it is you truly want. Now, some of you are probably doing this on a very conscious, intentional level, and then some of you, I feel like, have just naturally become this way and you haven't even realized it. It's like very abundant mindset, right? Abundance. I feel like some of you could be taking in a lot of wow, okay, wait, before I get into this card, I was gonna say some of you could be taking in a lot of like self-help, self-development books, audio books is what I heard, or listening to podcasts, or just like spiritual healers, teachers, different people, okay, even tarot readers, right? Where it's all uplifting you and this is supporting you in manifesting more of what you want. I do feel like this is a great time for you to also go out, right? Have fun. The sun is about to reign. I heard reign supreme. Interesting. Yeah, the sun is about to shine. Okay, I feel like that was a collective message. The sun is about to reign supreme. I feel like the shadow and the darkness is about to fall apart fully or whatever and come, you know, things are going to be revealed. There's a lot of liberation that's coming in for you, Taurus. Okay, things are going to be, let me not get into the collective scale, but I feel like saying a lot of stuff on that, but I don't want to bring in the collective energy into your read. But let's just say that for whatever reason, this could be because the North Node is in Taurus. Wait, yeah. I feel like your energy, Taurus, is like whatever you're going through, it's also kind of like at this time, it's kind of like ringing true for the collective energy as well. Because something wants to be revealed here, right? And it's not in a bad way. This isn't like, oh, the shadow's going to be revealed and it's like dark and scary. No, this is like you seeing what no longer is serving you and moving towards what you want, right? Moving towards a life of abundance, contentment, joy, freedom, happiness. And kind of just like walking away from it in a very gentle, peaceful way. And it's you having the ability to do that. So whatever you've done in the last year, last 6 months, whatever you've been working on towards, it's allowed you now to move more or move towards or finally take the next step. Like I feel like for some of you, it's like a big step forward that you're about to take in a new path, new direction. Or it's almost like you're just going to be receiving these rewards, reaping a harvest, right? And then for others of you, it's like having the ability to now embark on this, okay? Interesting, yeah. I feel like a lot of you are very focused on your spiritual journey, right? On ascending. A lot of you are very focused on transcending the third dimension and moving into 5D. A lot of you, I feel like, are coming from a space of love. A lot of you are very focused on Christ consciousness, unity consciousness. This is beautiful. I feel like this is a very abundant energy, right? Okay. I feel like you've been through a lot. Okay. This is like giving twin flame here. There's a Queen of Swords and a King of Swords. This is also soulmate relationship. I feel like this is a little separate message here that's popping up. But I will say this. I feel like you've been through certain battles. You've won them. I feel like in the past, Taurus, you had to be very like cunning, very like standing up for what you believed in, standing up for yourself, standing up for what was right. Yeah, 7 of Swords, like really stepping away from toxicity. A lot of you may have felt like you were battling a lot, fighting people, like people were mistreating you, taking advantage of you. People may have sabotaged you in the past. You could have been, I don't know. I don't even feel like, I don't want to take it that far back, but I do feel like you've become a warrior, right? A light warrior. Like you've become not just for the collective, right, but in your own life, Taurus. And this is amazing. And I feel like a lot of you have a twin flame or a soulmate or someone that's by your side on this journey with you. I do feel like a lot of you are coming into union. Okay, I feel like this retrograde season is going to bring you and someone in. And I really do feel like you and this person can work on something together, creating a brand, a business, you know, making money with this person. This is a divine feminine and a divine masculine. So apply it how you see fit to you, you know, your role, okay, in the union. I do feel like there is a need though to like manifest what you want by all means necessary, Taurus. I don't know what that means. Okay, like take that as you will. It's gonna be, see, when I say that, guys, it doesn't mean that you have to screw anyone over or do something dark. No. This is just you not quitting, not giving up, right? Regardless of how many swords are being pointed at you, regardless of how many people are opposing what you want, your lifestyle, your beliefs, your goals, your dreams. Maybe it's this relationship. Maybe there's a lot of people that don't support that relationship, right? But I feel like you and this person have both grown, right? This person is showing up as the king, you're the queen. These are two people that need to work together to bring justice, okay? To always meet each other halfway and find that common ground. Find that, where can we make peace? Where can we grow? Where can we realize that we're on this journey together? And I really feel like both of you, the feminine and the masculine that I'm reading for, are going to be making that conscious decision together. And if you're a masculine, then your feminine is showing up as the Queen of Swords. Maybe your feminine has an air placement. If you're the feminine, your masculine could have an air placement. Okay, Taurus? Very interesting. Wow. Okay. Now I feel like pulling more from this deck. Let's just pull one more for here and then one more for over here. Yeah. Oh my God, guys. So 8 of Wands, whatever this is that's like taking off in your life, guys, it can be different. For some of you, this is, like I said, business, job, creative endeavor. Others of you could be an entire lifestyle, right? Moving, relocating as well, is what I'm hearing. But it's the idea of 8 of Wands, okay? It's like you picking up where you, wow, picking up where you left off. And I feel like you could be coming back into union with someone, Taurus, okay, around this season. You know, listen, some readers, and I've always kind of followed this, say, don't come back into union during, or be careful if the, you know, an ex comes back or whatever during retrograde. But I will say this, if you're already in contact with them before the retrograde, I think that's a great sign. If you and this person have been in contact throughout the summer, like before retrograde, then it's fine. And even if, you know, you and this person come together during retrograde, like to communicate, just go for it, Taurus, honestly. So, because this is so abundant. And the thing is that, Taurus, you have an opportunity to pursue a life with this person or by yourself, right? This, if you're not resonating with the twin flame soulmate thing, I feel like this is just, you have support around you, okay? But for those of you, regardless, you know, just let's keep going. And apply this how you see fit into your situation, your life, your journey. So this energy is the idea of picking up where you left off. Maybe it's a business that never took off the ground, a direction in life you wanted to go down. Maybe 2 years ago, a year ago, you wanted to move to a certain state. It's like this is the time where you're either going to, some of you might be, let me know. Others of you, okay, are thinking about it, or it's going to become more, it's going to start materializing more. Doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. For some of you, it might, right? It can happen in October. It can happen in November even. But this retrograde, some of you, it's going to happen in August or September. But it's an energy that's available. And it's one of my favorite cards because it's like time to pursue that endeavor, time to pursue this goal. It's time to go for it. And nothing can stop you, is what I'm hearing, Taurus. Because you are resourceful, you have what you need. There's also a lot of support around you. I feel like there is financial support for some of you, whether that's your job, your business, or family members, significant other, whatever the case is, friends, you know. It's like, because you have the King of Pentacles here. Some of you might have a dog. You might own a dog. I feel like someone owns like a German Shepherd. Let me know. Someone could own also just like a large dog. Feel like you have something here that's going to become your prized possession. Okay, this is like a business, an idea, a job. Okay, something, this could be an asset as well, like a home. You might be purchasing a home. Like, Taurus, let me know what is going on in your life, because whatever I'm picking up on, it's something that you've been working on that means a lot to you, and it's finally going to integrate and anchor in. You are becoming this King of Pentacles during this retrograde season. Things are going to finally come full circle here, and things are anchoring in for you in your life, okay? So let's talk about, I don't know, what should we do next? That was amazing, by the way. So I want to pull from here. Okay, my hand, it's interesting because I said I want to pull from here and my hand chose a different deck. So we're gonna, closing circle, pure intention, sacred doors, timing and experience, 35. Interesting. Yeah, this is death and rebirth energy, which is what I was picking up on at the beginning of the reading. I feel like you could be definitely going through a cycle here, right? With someone, or just in your life in general. It's time to go towards what you want quietly, Taurus. You don't have to share with those around you, especially if they're not involved directly in what you're doing, right? She's keeping secrets, right? Number 8, Scorpio. It is a-okay for you to manifest behind closed doors, especially if it's something that you feel you have to protect or keep sacred or quiet or whatever, right? And what's most important, Taurus, is your intentions, right? Having pure intentions, making sure that everything you're doing and everything that you want is aligned with your highest good and the highest good of other people, and that you're not sabotaging someone else. Because I will say this, as much as it's great to be willing to do what, you know, there is an energy of like someone who might, you know, you want to be careful that you're not caring, okay, about others in your, like, you know, which isn't like you, but you know, it's something that might happen in Virgo season where you might feel tempted to take a, I don't know, I don't even know what that energy is, so I'm not going to acknowledge it because I didn't like that, and I don't know, that was like for a few people, so I don't know. But it's just this energy of also spending time behind closed doors, manifesting, praying, meditating, right? And making, like, aligning yourself with like surrendering, right? Not needing to know like when and how and like all the minutia of it all, the details. It's kind of like surrendering and allowing divine timing to take place, but you trusting in that, right? Beautiful feminine energy. Okay, Taurus, it's like you're reconnecting with your feminine energy this season. It's very important because I feel like you've been in your masculine, right? Queen of Swords, very matter of fact, very this is what I want, this is what I'm not going to put up with, like that, even in the workplace, right? In life in general, it's just, it can be a little cold, a little guarded, but it's because you've gone through your journey and that's part of what's made you successful. So it's not a bad thing, but I feel like now you can focus more. Whatever you're moving towards is going to allow you to focus more on your femininity, focus more on nurturing yourself and your dreams and whatever you've done. You know what? Okay, so I heard that you've done the work on a practical material sense, you know, taking action and all that. Now it's time to water what you've created during retrograde season. And then of course, I'm sure afterwards it's going to be time to continue to take action again and be a little bit more in the masculine is what I'm hearing. So secret seances, interesting. So some of you might be like doing little doing like, you know, like spell work and stuff like that. I would just say make sure that you're doing light work. I mean, you do you, but always commune with source from a place of love. Okay, make sure what you're doing is for love. But I feel like a lot of you, okay, are probably dabbling or curious. Taurus, let me know about like spirituality, ritual, things like that. Okay, you might be learning about that during Virgo season if you haven't already been doing that or practicing certain things. Okay, spirit world, yeah, you might be communicating with the other side. You might be receiving support and assistance and advice, right? You have the number 6 here, lots of healing. I feel like you're going to be also healing past life memories. I feel like Virgo season is a great time for some of you to do like hypnotherapy, past life regression, or even do a circle with a group of friends who are also on the same wavelength as you, you know, doing opening circle and channeling in, right, for one another. There's also an energy here of just like meditating and calling for your own guidance, working with oracle cards, you know, asking questions. Like Virgo season is a great time for you to go within, okay? Very hermit, but it's not hermit mode because this is about someone, this is also extroverted energy on your reading. So it's like while you're going out and having fun, while you're spending time with family and friends, while you're taking care of business and doing what you have to do, you're also making time for you. It's so balanced. It's so beautiful. I love it. Okay, now let's pull from this deck for Taurus. Reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like there is something here, okay, about survival is what I heard. Okay, so some of you are needing to reflect your priorities, and I'm hearing it in terms of for some of you it's like you're spending, but I heard survival. So this is going to resonate with you more on like a level of thinking about like, okay, what you're spending your money on at this time, like is it really like a need, right, versus a want? And not to say that you should neglect your desires at this time, Taurus, but I'm hearing that this is a great time to stock up, okay, on water, on food, on whatever, you know, just it's always good to have extra, okay, in your pantry or your fridge or your freezer, your garage, okay, like wherever you can keep whatever you need, right? This is a great time to prioritize the things that you and your family need, you and your loved ones, right? She's going to get that water. She's probably getting it for her village or her family or herself. But this is about taking care of your family, your village, or yourself, right? And reflecting on, okay, like what is important at this time, especially if you're someone who's tapped in to certain things that you might be picking up on collectively, okay, that this is a great time for you. I'm hearing this is the best time, actually, not just for you, but for many people to do this, but especially for you, okay? New moon in Gemini, think it through. Yeah, it's very important. Like, I feel like this is something you're going to be like processing, thinking about, like going within, being like, okay, maybe this isn't the best time to buy that new couch. Maybe it's not the best time to, you know, buy myself a whole bunch of clothing, right? Maybe I need to think about survival stuff, or just like, I don't know, you know, it's like that's the vibe. And then know your worth. Okay, know your worth, Taurus. Your worth is not based on material things. Your your worth is based on what you are on a spiritual level, your wisdom, the brilliance that you are, just you being an innate, you know, divinely created being, and one with source, one with God, one with everything. That is where your true worth lies, and your value, what you bring on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, into relationships, into the world. You know, it's like you offer light and love, and that is what your worth should be based on. And it's not, there's nothing wrong in taking pride in your accomplishments and money and material and success, but let's make sure that when we're operating between the ego and the heart, that we're always going into the heart at the end of the day and at the start of the day, so that we don't get caught in the ego and then remove ourselves from love and, you know, the things that aren't illusory, the things that aren't temporary, the things that are more spiritual, more long-lasting, more eternal, okay? That can be something that you guys use to build your self-esteem, to build your worth, to know who you truly are, right? Knowing thyself, right? Like, on deprogramming yourself and freeing yourself from the Maya, okay? From the Matrix. So let's go ahead and do, and guys, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go after your career goals or your business endeavors. No, we're talking about navigating third dimension and fifth dimension, right? We're speaking of how can we go in between and shift between them to create what we want and materialize it, while we all collectively go through this shift, you know, that's taking place. So into the new age, into the new financial systems that are coming in, into the new mindset, the new everything, right? Okay, ground down, right? It's very important that you ground at this time during this retrograde. Divine matrix. Yeah, you're very plugged in. A lot of you are very tapped in. And if you're not, and if some of what I'm saying does not, you're like, what is she saying? What is she talking about? I'm hearing that during this retrograde season, a lot of what I spoke to you, like the seeds that I've sown, are going to be watered by other people, whether it's videos, whether it's information you find. Things are going to start making sense. I'm hearing like accelerated awakening is happening for many of you who haven't fully awakened to a lot of truths. Okay, it's time to seek more truth. It's time to awaken to the truth, okay, of who you are, Taurus. And that's going to be different for all of you on different levels. And then for a lot of you, it might be collective stuff, okay? But it's a very powerful time for healing. So I would just embrace it, okay? All right, Taurus, so journaling. It's very important that you journal at this time. Interesting Mercury energy, right? So this is going to help you manifest what you want, right? The money that you're calling in, the abundance, the finances, the comforts, right? The Pentacle energy doesn't just have to be money. It could be that roof over your head. It's that stability. It's food, right? Food is material. It's part of the earthly realm in terms of, you know, physical food. Because I heard spiritual food, but yeah, okay, calling in health checkup. This would be a great time to go get a health checkup or get your health back on track if there's something you haven't done, like maybe going to see the dentist, or maybe your endocrinologist, or your, you know, like OBGYN, or like, I don't know, something. There's something here, okay? It's just good to go. This is a great time, right? Virgo season, right? Yeah, and make a meal. Also, I see a lot of you like going into more like clean eating or veganism or raw or plant-based, just whether you're detoxing or whether you want to make it a lifestyle and whatever it is, right? This is just the idea of eating more vegetables, more fruit, plants, herbs, right? And making home cooked meals, eating more organically, a lot cleaner, knowing what's going into your food, knowing what all the ingredients are, right? No preservatives, no weird chemicals and weird stuff that's really bad for your health, right? For a lot of you, this is the season, retrograde time, to get back on track, right? Mercury is doubling back so that we can address what we need to address. That way, when it goes direct, we can now start something fresh or something new. Which is interesting because the Eight of Wands at the center is that energy, right, guys, of picking back up where you left off or starting some, you know, like continuing something, right? It's not a new start. It's a continuation. And that's what retrograde is all about. And what better time than now, right? When it's halfway through the year and, you know, it's like this is the best time, right? Love this for you, Taurus. Amazing. So let's go ahead and do a star family message. What do your star family want you to know at this time? Water your garden. Okay, I love this. Excuse me. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest, my beautiful Taurus. It's so important at this time for you to rest during retrograde season, to make sure that you're taking care of your body, that you're nourishing your skin, nourishing yourself internally, eating well, eating clean, drinking clean water, quality water, guys. Please do your research, okay? Just because it says filtered water is not good. Like, it's just, guys, do your research, okay? Don't go off of just the label. Like, you can, oh my god, for real though, I just did that. Yeah, it's literally, that's what it is though. Like, mother effers, like, no, I'm kidding. Love and light. It's all love and light, and we're not mad at all, and there is no judgment to the darkness, right? But the thing is that there is no regulation on labels, right? There is no regulation on the marketing on these products, right? So sometimes you have to do your own research, and every website, every company is required to disclose what's in their water, whether it's chlorine, fluoride, chloride, okay, just all these other things as well. So you can find that information on the website. You just have to really dig for it, but it's there, and it's usually in really small print. But I just feel like you guys, I had to say that for someone, because I feel like someone's drinking water that's blocking your pineal gland, it's blocking your third eye, and it's not allowing you to awaken even further and ascend on your journey, okay? I feel like that's for someone a block, okay? It's the type of water you're drinking. Distilled water is amazing. I've been drinking it for years, since I started drinking distilled water when I was 21. And some people don't understand distilled water when you're eating the right foods, guys. Okay. By the way, I am a certified regenerative detox specialist, so that is why I'm speaking on the matter, but this is not medical advice, so I just want to put that out there. And thank God it's not. So yeah, Taurus, I was just saying that it's important to get some good spring water, okay? Some distilled water. I change it up, so I do, depending on what I'm doing, like I like to use distilled water for my herbs, for my teas, for my mud water, okay, for my different concoctions, as well as my smoothies. But then I'll use like spring water when I'm like boiling something or making soup, or, you know, like I don't cook anything with the faucet water. Like, it's just not it, right? It's like there's so much like crud in there, and it's like chemicals and shit, and a lot of that stuff is like, I'll give you a story, right? I'm from New York City, and when I used to live there, I used to drink Poland Spring, right? Spring water, everyone thinks it's so amazing. But the thing is, like, when you go on their website, you can see where it says that 50% of their water comes from various different springs, and they don't specify. And what does that even mean, first of all? And then the other 50% is recycled water that has been treated in a power plant, in a water plant, right? In a like, that's not okay. Like, they can get like literally toilet water and process that, or not, but you know what I mean? Like faucet water, like it's the same recycled water, and they're bottling it up and selling it for you. And if you think that that's far-fetched, or you think that's really dark, I strongly encourage you to do your own research, because That's how it started for me when I was really young, was doing my research and seeing the evidence, seeing it. And then you can even test the water if you buy the right testing stuff. So I know some of you probably already know this, but I feel like someone needs to hear this. So it's a big deal. That's part of how they dumb down the collective. It's part of how they've been able to do that. And when I say that, I'm not even giving power to that, because all is well, love has won, the light is here, we are ascending, and the darkness has been neutralized and disabled, and so it is. And we're gonna see it unfold more and more, you know, where it's like things, but it's not like, things may continue to be a little chaotic, but you know that it's like your reality is based on what you're tapping into, Taurus. So like, if the more you take in of like that reality where everything's chaotic and everything's a mess, then you'll continue to perceive that. But if you shift away from that and take time to remove yourself from it and create your own reality of abundance and love and light, you'll be able. But also, it comes with that comes truth, because it's not just like living in butterflies and rainbows. That's not what it's about. It's about knowing the truth and finding answers and questioning everything until you free yourself, right? So that we're not going to go into that. Oh my God, Taurus. So yeah, it's just so important, my love. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go off like that, guys. That was, someone needed to hear that, and someone needed to be reminded. Okay, it is what it is. Listen. Okay, I'm seeing number 27. You could be 27 years old. Or, wow, debate. Interesting how it says rage, revolution, debate, and attention. Pyrokinesis. And it's fire energy, right? Fire, you know, combative, whatever. My rising sign, okay. But it's number 27. Interesting. And so it's funny how I went off like that. And it's something that some people might try to debate. And then for me, it's like, what are you, like, right? But that's just me, guys. Because I've gone through that journey already. So it's like, you know, it's always easy to kind of like, right? But when you're going through it, or when you're still living in the darkness of a certain matter or something like that, it's hard to see it. So it's not like that. But just be careful with during retrograde season, Taurus, with fighting. Okay, with fighting, you don't want to argue with people. You don't want to, like, there's no need to debate. There's no need to really go into that. It's a time, okay, also there may be stuff happening on a collective scale, because we, you know, revolution energy, like revolutionary, like, but just know that things are shifting, right? Regardless of like where you fall into that. But I'm hearing like this isn't a time for you to fall into that. Okay, it's not a time for you to feed into the fire. It's a time for you to more so like go within, relax, rejuvenate, do that inner work while you continue building this material success. Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down time in nature, my beautiful Taurus. It is important that you ground, that you meditate, that you connect with Gaia, with the earth, okay? Because this is going to align you with higher energy, higher vibrations. It's going to heal you, and then you in turn will be healing Gaia as well, right? Because you are a human, right? A crystal generator in human form. So beautiful energy, okay? Love it. And then your star family, they also want you to jump in, okay? Say yes. Say yes to adventure, to change, and to having fun, right? Diving in. It's time to kind of go into the water. I heard that take a deep dive. So I feel like Mercury retrograde, that's happening now, is going to be kind of forcing you or making you, whether you're aware of it or not. It's like you're going to dive deep. You might uncover truth, but you also will have fun. You'll enjoy it, right? It's time to just go within as well, right? This is like reconnecting with source, remembering who you are. Oh my God. So this is amazing. Take advantage. If you feel like this is happening, don't go into a negative space, Taurus, because for some of you, it might be a little foreign. A lot of it might be new to you, and you might feel uncomfortable, and it might be a little scary, and you're like, what's going on? It's not bad, right? It's not a bad thing to be feeling these things or going through, like tapping more into spirituality instead of like being so practical, right? It's a great thing, and it's part of what's needed for you to advance in your life, right? To continue manifesting your goals and dreams with ease and grace. So some block or something is going to be revealed to you. The sun, like I said, is going to be revealing a secret of something that's been hidden. But again, like we spoke about earlier, whatever this is, it's not going to be like dark and scary and make you feel bad. This is going to make you feel free, right? You're going to feel good because now you can take your power back and take matters into your own hands. Now that could be in a myriad or different ways. Okay, it doesn't just have to be like that could play out in relationships, something about family dynamics, or a piece of information or something that you're learning, right? It could be different in different ways, but it's this idea of coming out on the other side. And I really feel like you're shifting, right, into the light. So, or more into the light, right? Many of you are already in the light, but it's just an idea of like ascending to like a higher frequency of existence. So I really like this reading for you, and I hope it was helpful and of service to you in any way. If it was, or it was entertaining or anything like that, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you didn't like the reading, please give the video a thumbs up. It's a great way for you to support the channel, and it does mean a lot. So thank you in advance. Also, you guys, be sure to check out your sun, moon, rising, and Mercury placements to get the most out of these readings for retrograde season. All the best to you, my beautiful Taurus, and I'll see you on the next one.